of time with us. The first year, CFF was intricately involved in shaping that program up. The next year, we worked on extending that program to actually reach out to the employers. And we are still learning. The industry is still learning how to go to apprenticeship model. So with that, please, listen to this message from Sasha Cooper Morrison from the U.S. Department of Labor. Thank you.
Hello, good day, and good afternoon to everyone who's tuning into the Cyber Future Summit 2022. We are thrilled to have been working with the U.S. Department of Labor, with our partners, support partners for quite some time now. And in this summit would be incomplete if we didn't have the voice of one of our biggest partners and in the journey of solving the cyber workforce issue. I'm Val Mukherjee, Chairman and Founder of Cyber Future Foundation, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome Sasha Cooper Morrison, who is the Business Engagement Team Lead in the Office of Apprenticeship in U.S. Department of Labor. And she's here to talk about what the department is doing and what it has done, what we're looking forward to do, and give us a little bit more insight as to how can we help this whole cyber apprenticeship journey. So Sasha, welcome to the Cyber Future Summit. We are glad to have you. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Thanks so much, Val. And it is a pleasure to join this year's Cyber Future Foundation Summit. As Val mentioned, I'm Sasha Cooper Morrison. I'm the Business Engagement Team Lead at the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Apprenticeship. The department is grateful for industry leaders like CFF that recognize the need to facilitate dialogue and help drive innovative solutions to building a strong American cyber workforce. DoL recognizes that developing a skilled, credentialed workforce is critical to America's strength and safety. With a current gap of more than 760,000 open and unfilled cyber and related tech positions in the U.S., and the escalating reality of cyber attacks, disruption, and warfare, ensuring that our nation has a skilled and diverse cyber workforce is critical. The Biden administration is committed to improving skills-based pathways to cyber jobs, educating Americans so that they have the skills they need to thrive in our increasingly digital society, and improving diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, or DEIA, in the cyber field. As our labor market continues to adjust to new realities, including rapid technology growth, remote first work environments, demographic shifts, and continued COVID-19 structural impacts, employers need to utilize every tool at their disposal to develop more innovative approaches to hiring and training workers. To respond to this clear and compelling need to help employers build a stronger, more skilled, and diverse cyber workforce, the Biden-Harris administration launched a 120-day cyber security apprenticeship sprint on July 19th at a national cyber workforce and education summit hosted by the White House. The U.S. Department of Labor, in partnership with the U.S. Department of Commerce, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and other federal agencies, are leading the sprint's work to engage industry in registered apprenticeship, primarily through our apprenticeship.gov website. The sprint, which runs through National Apprenticeship Week, which takes place November 14th to the 20th, is focused on promoting the registered apprenticeship model as a solution for public and private sector employers to develop and train a skilled and diverse cybersecurity workforce. The national campaign encourages employers, industry associations, labor unions, and training providers to explore registered apprenticeship as a recruitment, training, and retention strategy, and connect with DOL's Office of Apprenticeship to develop new registered apprenticeship programs or quickly join existing programs. Through the sprint, the department is partnering with the White House, the Department of Commerce, and the other federal agencies to address the field's current job openings and longer-term job quality and retention issues. Along with our national industry intermediaries, including SAFL Partners, who is a key partner with CFF And presenting at this summit on apprenticeship expansion in this sector, the department is working to achieve the following goals through the sprint. First, increase awareness of current successful cybersecurity-related registered apprenticeship programs, partnerships, and initiatives, and how they're helping industry educate and train a skilled cybersecurity workforce to reduce cybersecurity risk. Second, advance DEIA across cybersecurity occupations through registered apprenticeship, especially for historically underrepresented populations such as women and communities of color. Third, educate the public on the efforts the Office of Apprenticeship is taking to accelerate the process by helping employers to launch programs in as little as 48 hours by using existing industry-vetted and DoL-approved standards. Fourth, recruit employers to explore registered apprenticeship and partner with DoL and the Department of Commerce's National Initiative for Cybersecurity Education, also known as NICE, to help meet critical cybersecurity workforce needs. And last but not least, we want to connect career seekers to cybersecurity apprenticeship opportunities. As a national industry intermediary, SAFL Partners is working directly with DoL on a daily basis to help cyber employers who respond to the sprint get engaged in registered apprenticeship. This work and SAFL's cyber apprenticeship work over the past 2 years has both engaged and been shaped by the critical input from industry, including CFF members and summit attendees. Through the sprint, SAFL Partners and CFF's work, more employers than ever who hire for critical cyber positions are aware of registered apprenticeship's proven benefits, namely that it provides a customizable, flexible, and scalable option for sourcing, building, and upskilling talent. It generates a healthy return on investment, with employers reporting that they earn $1.47 on average for every dollar invested in apprenticeship programs. Third, it increases employee retention rates. Nearly 93% of registered apprentices remain with their employer following completion of their training, much higher than internship programs, which typically only result in a 55% conversion rate. And next, employers can access a wide network of supporting partners for their registered apprenticeship program and talent pipelines, including hiring separated military service members. We are glad to report that as the industry learns and adopts registered apprenticeship, already through the sprint, we've seen over 140 employers and other organizations with cybersecurity workforce needs launched or are close to launching new registered apprenticeship programs. We have received outreach from over 2,300 organizations and career seekers seeking to engage with us on cybersecurity registered apprenticeships, and over 6,100 apprentices have been hired since the sprint began. I want to thank you again for the opportunity to present at this year's summit. We applaud CFF for maintaining focus and facilitating national dialogue on critical cybersecurity workforce issues. It is only in working together that we will be able to ensure that our nation's current and future workforce has the skills, training, and knowledge needed to protect individuals and organizations' most critical data and information. The department looks forward to continued deep engagement with the cybersecurity industry and partners and accelerating adoption of registered apprenticeship to help you meet your talent needs. Thank you so much again for having me today.
Sasha, that was very inspiring. And thank you so much for your words and conveying the full spirit of how this could really make a really good socioeconomic impact, not only for our strong economy and building and securing it, but also towards the general life of people who would be uplifted just having a cybersecurity job and a career. So apprenticeship is a stepping stone for the full-time employment, and we hope we continue to be partners in this journey. Thank you for your help and support, and this message, I'm sure, will encourage CFF and its community to do more. Thank you again. Great to have you, and we look forward to continue to working with you.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to get a little bit creative, and as you have seen, we have tried to enrich this program with the really great resources that we have found locally in San Antonio region. One of those hidden gems I really, got introduced to of late last year, but have become really good friends with, and that is my good friend Nigel LeBlanc, who runs an amazing program and company and a platform called Cyber Warrior Network. You probably have seen his booth on the back where kids jumped in, and now I think our servicemen are playing his game. So learning through playing is an amazing experience, right? If you're preparing for a certification or something and you're going to go through the process of reading a book versus through an experience, it makes that difference. So I'll welcome Nigel to talk about a little bit of his background, and also he has brought on a full team from Generator 8 and our partners at Capital Factory. They're here. So take it away, Nigel. Welcome back.
Thanks, Val. Appreciate you having us. And I want to say thank you to Catherine, KG, and everybody else who's helped us start this amazing conference. So it is my honor to introduce Jessica, and she runs the Capital Factory site here for Defense Innovation. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about her background. And after that, we'll have Amanda, who is the managing director of the Generator Cyber Accelerator right here in San Antonio at Geekdom. And we have 3 startups, including Cyber Warrior Network, that we're going to give in a presentation. Thank you. Jessica.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you for bringing me to the stage. So I'm not going to use that because it's a little bit too tall, but I want to tell you a little bit about Capital Factory, and Nigel is one of our portfolio companies and why we are at the Port of San Antonio. So Capital Factory is a venture capitalist firm, but really what the heart of what we do is we bring companies together because we are the center of gravity for entrepreneurs in the state of Texas. And at the heart of what we do is we really are bringing companies together to make Texas better. So what we have done here at the Port of San Antonio is really show the heart of San Antonio. And if you have ever been to a Capital Factory event, I want you to raise your hand. Wow. So we've got quite a few in the audience. So what we do is we help startups find their next investor. We help them find their next employee. We help them find their next, not only their next investor, their next employee, or their next customer. And what's super special about that is we put the right people in the right rooms to do just that. And everything we do is at the heart of the startup. So if you can look up the Texas Manifesto, you will find the heart of our company. We are in Dallas, we are in Houston, we are in Austin, where our headquarters is, and we are now in San Antonio. And what is super special about being here is a partnership at the port. So if you walk down the hall, you will see our space, and we are now the tech transition arm for the Port of San Antonio to help advance cybersecurity in the area, help robotics in the area, and also everything that is super thriving in the state, in the city of San Antonio. So I would encourage you to come out and see our space in addition to what's happening here in the CFF and in this convention, because what's happening here in San Antonio is like no other, and we are super excited to host you in our city. So I'm going to ask Amanda to come on up now and tell you a little bit about Generator.
Hello? There you go. Got it. Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. Give it up for Jessica, y'all, at Capital Factory. Whoop, whoop. There'll be a lot of woot woots. I'm a woot woot person. It's fine. You'll deal with it. It's after lunch. We'll pump y'all up. So my name is Amanda Lee Kiemer. I am the Managing Director of Generator Cybersecurity. Has anybody ever heard of Generator? Yeah. We are a venture capital firm based in Wisconsin. We run an accelerator program here in San Antonio. We're housed at Geekdom downtown, and we choose the best and brightest. So we invest $100,000 in each startup in our cohort. So we have 6 companies in our cohort now. 3 of them are here. Excuse me, out of breath. 3 of our companies are here, so you'll get to hear their pitches. This is a little bit about what we do. We, Generator, are in 44 different cities across the country. Some of our accelerator programs are industry agnostic. Some of them are industry specific. This is an industry specific program for us, focused on cybersecurity. Of course, we're here in San Antonio, Cyber City, USA, second largest cyber hub in the country, and also my hometown, so I'm a little biased. These are some stats about Generator and why we stand out as a venture capital firm. You probably are a little surprised by some of our stats. It's not the usual associated with the venture capital firm. So as a Latina in cyber, I'm particularly proud to work for this organization. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stage a couple of our companies to pitch their products so you can get to know what they're doing. 3 of the 6 of our companies are from the San Antonio-Austin region. 3 of them are from outside of the state. One is upstate New York, one is from California, and one is from Estonia. So today, I'm really excited to have Hertzian. So help me welcome Carlos Mosqueda, CXO of Hertzian.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. My name is Carlos Mosqueda from Hertzian, where we're building the fastest platform for the fastest security platform for connected vehicles. We want to make the roads and the cities safer in general, and this vision has helped us in signing 14 different manufacturers from around the world to pilot our platform as soon as it's ready. And we've also started talking with car manufacturer Volvo. Now, our vehicles in general have a ton of sensors inside them now. And this has in general made the driving experience a lot safer. But just imagine how much safer you and your families would feel if your vehicles could speak to the other cars around them, and even the scooter right around the corner that you can't see yet. And a good follow-up question to that is, how do we make that in a private and secure manner? Our answer to that is we approach vehicle data security the same way that we treat cybersecurity, by providing several layers of protection to that data before we even share it. At Hertzian, we are creating a platform that allows vehicles to securely and privately communicate with each other and even with the whole city around them. These items on screen are just some of the features that we have that separate us from the other platform offerings. And we're able to do all that thanks to our very own hardware. We call it the cryptohertz, a chip designed to safeguard every bit of information a vehicle creates immediately as it's being created. We've tested our design, and we found that it's faster and more efficient than the market alternatives for this application. As to how fast, try 100 times faster than the other microprocessors used for this application. We have a hybrid revenue model. There is a monthly recurring fee for access to the platform and its tools, data, and there's also a one-time fee for the hardware sale. Now, the cryptohertz is built in a way in which we can take the different security modules that make it up and offer those to be licensed so other companies can further secure their offerings as well. The presence of a 5G network, the large-scale adoption of connected vehicles, and the legislation in place right now makes this the best time to be investing in hardware again. So think of us when you do. My co-founder, Rodolfo, and I have been working together for more than 10 years now. Together, we've co-founded 3 different companies, and we've had a successful exit in the hardware space as well. For Hertzian, we've managed to to raise more than $200,000, both from the Startup Wise Guys Acceleration Fund in Europe and the Generator Fund here in San Antonio. We currently have an open pre-seed round. The main goal that we have is to grow our core team. And that's Sarthian. I thank you very much for your time. Hope you have an excellent day.
Good job. Give it up for Carlos. Woo-woo. Carlos comes to us all the way from Estonia, y'all. So if you're thinking of any startups that you know, thinking of how can I be involved, keep thinking and connect them to us. I will have my information as well on the screen. So if you get a chance to snap a picture, it'll come up again. So coming to the stage next, we have Lawrence Liu from the Bay Area. Lawrence Liu is founder and CEO of Exofence. He is also a two-time founder with a successful exit under his belt. Please help me welcome Lawrence to the stage.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Liu, the founder of Exofence. We're working on stopping distributed denial of service attack or DDoS attacks. Recently, there's been a lot of attacks on the internet. For example, PokerStar was attacked by a massive DDoS attack, and as a result, they have to cancel their tournament and refund every one of their players. And the other one that started earlier this month, there was an attack by a group called KillNet. They attacked various airport websites, and users couldn't get access to these websites for hours. And in terms of DDoS attack, on average per incident, it's about $2 million, and it takes about 3 hours to resolve. Here's a typical attack. If you can see on the left, there's lots of clients flooding the servers. And today's solution is basically providing more servers and more bandwidth. What we're doing is having the server control the client, and that allows us to reduce the amount of data that the client can send. So therefore, even if there's an attack, it won't be very effective. How do we do that? We do that by having the client solving a puzzle before it sends traffic, similar to the way we access some of the web application today, where we need to click on the traffic light in the puzzle. Our business model is mostly going to be focusing on subscription. The service fee will be for training and technical support. License fees is mostly for any organization wish to use the software and run it themselves. The market size obviously is pretty big today. And think of it as an insurance policy for companies want to protect themselves from DDoS attacks. My background, I was at Cisco. I built their first firewall appliance. I was at Alteon. I built the first server load balancer. They went IPO during the internet bubble, and they got bought by Nortel. And I started Array Networks. I built it for about 5 years. We were able to raise Series A and B. And then I started another company. I sold it to Proofpoint. Here's our timeline. We've been working on it for about a year and a half. And this year, we're pretty much working on the implementation of the software. And next year, hopefully, we'll get doing beta testing with some customer and generate revenue on the second half of next year. We're currently raising a C round to execute our plan. In conclusion, DDoS has been a serious problem, and it's been around for more than 30 years since the early days of the internet. Been increasing a lot lately. And the problem is the solution today mostly work around and not getting into the root of the problem. And that's all we're trying to do. We're getting to the root of the problem and moving into the protocol level so we can solve the problem once and for all. And thank you.
Great job, Lawrence. Very jealous of his mathematical skills, y'all. If you get a chance to talk to Lawrence, definitely talk to him about DDoS attacks and the algorithms that he's working on to build and prevent them. Last but not least, we have, again, if you haven't taken a picture, this is my information. We're recruiting for the next cohort. So if you know anybody, you don't have to be in Texas, you don't have to be in the US. You will have to incorporate the US at some point. But if you know of any cyber startups, please send them our way for this 12-week in-person program here in San Antonio. So last but not least, we have Nigel LeBlanc. So Nigel is founder and CEO of Cyber Warrior Network. If you haven't played Cyber Wraith in the back or in the LAN Center, please stop by. I think Nigel is one of my coolest friends in San Antonio. I'm really proud of him, and I'm glad that he's in this program. I'm really excited to share what he's working on. So help me welcome Nigel to the stage.
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate that. Good afternoon. So my name is Nigel LeBlanc, and I'm the CEO and founder of Cyber Warrior Network. We're launching the first cybersecurity esports league dedicated to solving the cyber talent crisis. Our Cyber Rift game has over 20,000 downloads. We have an active Discord community of over 12,000 hackers, and we're sitting on a cyber talent pipeline of over 1,500 individuals. You've heard this throughout the conference, how difficult education and training is within cybersecurity. And I experienced that when I was the Cyber Veteran Program Manager for the state of Maryland. So from 2014 to 2016, part of my job was to help vets launch businesses and careers within cybersecurity. 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs as of today, which resulted in $6 trillion in cyber damages last year. Any of y'all gamers? Who knows Call of Duty? All right. We've created the Call of Duty for ethical hackers. So while folks play the game, we validate their knowledge, skills, and abilities, and we can match them up to any real-world job opportunity or any education or training curriculum. So it's about $2.5 million for the typical cyber range. That's the cost of it. And unfortunately, 9 out of 10 schools can't afford one or have access to one. So at CWN, we've democratized access to critical cybersecurity training environments. So at the cost of less than the annual salary of one computer science teacher, we can bring those capabilities to any school. Our business model is a hybrid of esports. So we're launching the first cybersecurity esports league right here in San Antonio. And for just $1,500 a month, schools, each classroom can get access to our matching platform. So we've done DEF CON for the last 3 years, and one of the coolest things happened. A 14-year-old girl placed in the top 25. And although we couldn't connect her with employers, we featured her on a panel last year for the future of women in cybersecurity. So just for one event, we were able to bring in $43,000, and these are some of our partners that we worked with. We have a really scrappy startup team. I'm Air Force. My co-founder, he's Justin. If you do see him, don't hold it against him because he's Army. But he's a data scientist, and he's also a cybersecurity professional, and he's authored 3 cyber patents. Our CISO, Hinio, has over 20 years of cybersecurity experience. I'm really excited to announce the fact that the White House has invited us to help them put together the first cyber training and education workforce policy. So we're looking forward to engaging in that. So what's next for us? We're going to launch the first cybersecurity esports league here in San Antonio. We're already talking with St. Philip's and all of Alamo colleges. And after that, we're going to expand to all of the high schools and colleges and universities here. So we're in early conversations with universities like UTSA. And after that, we're going to go to other cyber-centric venues and really grow the pipeline on the national scale. So why should you care? Esports cybersecurity. 9 out of 10 teenagers play some type of video game. Over 10,000 high schools currently have some type of esports program. And over the next year, it's $2.8 billion going to be spent within esports. So I invite you to be part of something epic. Come talk to us. We have a booth over here. We have our folks from the 426 who's enjoying our game right now. Last night and yesterday, we had a lot of folks from high school who were playing the game. So go to Cyber Warrior Network, check out the game, and you can give it to all of your students or even your counterparts to enjoy the game. Thank you.
Awesome. Give it up one more time for Nigel. Woo woo. So thank you all for letting us be your lunchtime entertainment. Those are 3 of the 6 companies in our cohort. Like I said, we're currently recruiting. So if you know of any cyber startups, and I like to think of it as big cyber security tech. So privacy, compliance, regulation, AI, ML, esports, anything under the big umbrella of cyber and security tech, please send them our way. Again, if you didn't get to take a snapshot of my information, it's on the screen up here. Or you can find me, I'm very hard to miss today, in an Iron Man shirt. So please do come talk to me. Thank you all again for your time and attention, and please help me support these startups one more time with a round of applause.